guys, this is like my second video in one day. I mean, no, sorry, this is my third video in one day. So she saw by the title, I'm going to be talking about Target.
Ew!
I know, disgusting, right? A Karen was involved. Let's just say I hated Target. I hated Target. But there was a time that I used to love Target. I used to admire Target. I used to love Target so much. I mean, I'm okay with Target now, but if anything, I don't really care much about it no more. So, this is my time of working at Target, and one of my managers was a Karen. So I was working at Target around a holiday. I want to say I was working at Target around Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you haven't noticed, working at Target, we have to call our customers guests. Me, I always consider people customers. So if they don't stop. So every time a customer needed help, I would go to someone who was working there like a year or plus. So I would go to someone else and be like, hey, this customer needs help with this item. And they would get so mad at me. They'd be like, you mean guess? I'd be like, oh my God, yes, I meant guess. Rude. Anyways, so I would always get yelled at because I would call a customer and not a guest, and I would be like, my bad. You know what I meant? They're still the same thing. Chill out. So I would have to like correct myself every time I say that. I meant gas. Gas. My bad. Anyway, I was in a toy department. I don't know why I chose to be in that department, but that's what I chose. See, this was because I really wanted to work at Target. I really wanted to get the feel of Target. And I was like, I don't really care what department I'm in. I put myself as toys. I don't know why I chose toys around the holidays. I don't know why I chose that department around the holidays. Oh my God, just thinking about it, I just get headache. And I want to say that I got hired for Target because I was the black person who wanted to do toy section during the holidays. That's why I got hired. Not saying that's why I got hired, but okay. Anyways, no one wants that department. So working in the toys department during the holidays is chaotic. The guests will come in and go to the toys department to look at freaking toys. There was this one grown man who would always come to Target every single morning, and he would go in there to look at freaking cars because he was a collector of the trucks. So he would go there and look for the cars, like cars and trucks, so he can collect the toys. Anyways, so he would go there every morning because he's a collector, so he can collect the kids. So this guy one day asked if I can go in the back to find a toy truck for him. And I was like, okay. So I go in the back and there's like a lot of stuff in the back. I'm like, oh wow. So I'm like looking for a good 2 minutes. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I would ask another person that's in my department, can they help me look for this toy? And then she's like, oh, sure. And so we're looking. I'm like, you're still going, like, we're like 10 minutes in now at this point. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? So after 10 minutes go by, she goes, just tell them we don't have it in. We don't have it in today. Come back and check tomorrow. I'm like, you couldn't tell me to tell him that earlier. So I went to go do that, and then he's like, "What? Are you serious?" Yada 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 yada. And so the lady that told me to tell him that, she came out and
she like told him like, the same thing I told him because she told me to tell him that. And
when she told him that, the white lady told him that, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just come back tomorrow." Okay, on to the next. So over time, I want to say weeks later, we got to get ready to put the toys in. Gotta get the new toys in for the holidays. Gotta put them on the shelf. Gotta make them look neat and noticeable for the guests can snatch them up for the holidays. So, this is where the Karen comes in. So there's this lady. We're gonna call her Mrs. Puff. So Mrs. Puff comes in and she's just eyeballing me like, oh, disgusting. Like, what? She's like, on her intercom. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Nobody give a fuck what you saying on that motherfucking intercom, bitch. Anyways, so she just like eyeballing me, walking by. She ain't say good morning or nothing to me. And I'm just like, okay. You're looking at me, but you're not gonna say anything to me. So, you know me, you're not gonna speak, if you're not gonna speak, I'm not gonna speak. So, whatever. So she just walked past me with a little stink face. And another toy department manager tells me to like put the toys on the, like put some items on the shelf, like new toys that just came in, to put those on the shelf so they can be like sold. So I put the toys on the shelf. He told me which shelf to put them on and make sure they look nice and neat and all that. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. So it was like Nerf guns. So I had to put those on the shelf. So I put those on the shelf. I'm like stacking them all up. There's so many of them, like so many. Make them look neat and like they look really good. Like if I was a guest, I would just go up in there. I'd be like, oh, let me get one. Cause look, it's presentable. But so I was doing that, and I was like on my last like 3 boxes before I finished to put my stuff up, and I look on the corner of my eye because I can feel this presence of a evil fat bitch just like all up on me. So I look over and I see Mrs. Puff on the other side of the hallway, the other side of the walkway. She's like looking at me. She's like, I'm like, what? She's like, and then so she comes to me and she's like, who told you to do that? You're not supposed to do that. Why are you doing that? You're gonna get in trouble for doing that. Now I'm gonna have you take all that down and go put it back up, put it back in the boxes, because that is not where it's supposed to be. Yada 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 yada. And I'm like, I was told to put the Nerf guns on the shelf. And she's like, who told you that? Huh? Like, I don't really know everyone's names. Like, I don't know the people's names at the store right now because I'm new. And she's like, So she goes on the intercom. Who told the guy in toys to put the new toys on this shelf in the back corner? Yada, 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 yada. And I'm just like, and no one on the intercom is saying anything. And I'm just like, really? No one's gonna say who told me to?
She comes over and she's like, you still haven't taken the toys from the back? Like I told you to take them back off the shelf, put them back in the box. Why haven't you done that yet? Why haven't you done that? What are you doing? Why haven't you done that? You're not listening to me? What is your problem? Why aren't you listening to me? I want you to take all those off of there and put them back in the box. I'm like, ma'am, you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm sitting here putting these toys on the shelf that you told me to. I'm gonna get to that once I finish. And she's like, no, that's not acceptable. I can't have that. I'm just like, it's not acceptable?
So at this point, I got really fed up with her that I was like, I'm gonna need you to be more respectful. And when you see me, say hi. Because you said hi. She said hi to every last single person who was not my coat. And when she got to me, she didn't say. So at this point, I was really fed up. I was like, I'm gonna need you to be more respectful. I am a human just like you. I said it just like this. I said,
excuse me, so I'm a human just like you. I'm gonna give you more respectful to me because I'm being respectful to you. I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, that is way too many toys to be put on this shelf. I can take those off the shelf for you, but I don't know where I would put those because you showed me this one section, and all those toys cannot fit up there.
And she's like, I don't like your tone, yada yada yada. And mind you, this was like, I was finna like be done with this store in like a week or two anyway. So I was like, you know what, ma'am? I don't really care what you I don't really care what you want. It's what I want at this point. You're being really rude, and I'm gonna be rude back to you. And she's like, oh,
really? That's what we're doing now? That's what we're doing now?
and then she walks away from me, and I'm just like, whoa. Okay, you want to scrap? Let's scrap. Cause I fight, bitch. I'm just kidding. So, anyways, so she goes away, and she's mad at me this whole day. So like this whole day, she's angry. She want to just. Like, she's mad this whole day. I'm just like, I don't really know what's wrong with her. Like, she want to be rude to me, and she expect me not to be rude back. Like, throughout that whole day, this lady that worked in the toy department with me, she was Australian, and she had this accent. And she was like, what's wrong? What happened? I was like, Mrs. Puff is being rude. I'm about to quit. I'm going to call corporate. I'm going to tell corporate that Mrs. Puff is racist. She disrespected me. She called me out my name, and this, that, and the third. And the lady that worked at the toy department with me, she was like, "You're not gonna tell me, are you? I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't did anything wrong to you. I've always been nice to you." I was like, "Oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna say anything about you. You've always been nice to me. Yeah, it's just her. She's really disrespectful. She's really disrespectful. She's rude. I can't handle this. I quit. I'm quitting. This is my last day here. I quit." And then, so after I told her all that, the lady that works in the toy department with me, she goes, like, I want to say like 30 to an hour later, she goes, "You know, it's gonna be all right. It's okay. You don't have to do all that. It's all right. Everything's gonna be okay." She's wrong for that though, but that's okay. You're gonna be all right. Right? I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna quit, and I'm still calling corporate. Because she's really rude, and and I also said that she was racist. So I was like, she's racist. And she's also racist, if I did not just mention that, but I said she was racist to the lady, and yeah. So yeah, that was my time at working at Target. It was really disgusting, racist experience. I do not like Target. Okay, let me rephrase myself. I do not care that much about Target anymore. Target is not my go-to store no more because she made my experience hell. I did not like that. I do not like that store at all anymore. She made my day. She made my working experience at Target hell. I do not like that store like that no more. She was the worst person ever that I ever met, that I ever worked with. She was one of the worstest people that I ever worked with ever. And she smelled like a bathroom also every single day. I don't know what kind of perfume she had on, but she smelled like a restroom every single day. But yeah, that was my experience at working at Target. I would never ever in a million years work back at Target. Yeah. And you wonder why, and that is, we all know that's why they don't hire people. When I say people, you know what people I'm talking about. That's why they don't hire people, because they are racist. Anyways, that was my experience on working at Target. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Bye!